Okay, mic should be on. Everything appears to be fine dandy. Let's get rid of the usual text, which is this and that. Go. Now friend on board. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Right, we're back for some more Professor Layton, and Plimer's switched to a new mic.
Yeah, and I have a working setup. It's not the best.
It'll do until you get an arm for it. Right now he's using the same mic I'm using, just without the armature for it to hold it up in the air. So I have no idea what it actually looks like, his current setup. It's just, I'm guessing right now.
Remind me, we'll send you a picture.
Alright. That's till later. Right, let's switch back over to the game. There it is. Emulator and all that. Right. Let's let the save. I was worried initially. It was like, did I remember to save? I hope to God I saved. I did.
We don't forget to save. We're pretty good at this.
Oh yeah, right. Forgot that this is the thing that Professor Layton games do. So
if you go back, recap.
No, yeah, but it's just like I forget that every time, like on the last two games we were playing the game, I literally just pick up where the autosave where it was on the Wii U would leave off, basically. So we never load up a save file technically, so we never get the recaps. But yes, this is a thing in case you forget where you are in the story. The game will recap you depending on where you saved.
Which honestly, I like it. It's like
with a story-focused game like this, it's a must for anything.
Yeah.
Many a time I forget. It's like, fuck, where was I last time? What was I supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
That
killing a guy, right?
Yeah, that legit happened with Star Fox Adventures, a Zelda-like clone game, and I dropped it and then wanted to pick it up later. It's like, shit, what was I supposed to do? Because it's a Zelda-like game, and if you forget what you're supposed to be doing, it's very easy to just not know where you're supposed to go.
Yeah, I had the same with like both West of Loading and Shadow of Loathing.
Right.
It's like, okay, what was I actually going to do? Then you open the quest and it's like, oh yeah, this game has a lot of side quests as well.
Can't tell whether it's like a good thing or not, whether you should be taking notes, you know? Have to do every character voiced, sometimes it's pointless. You were just napping, for fuck's sake.
Young man, do you have a moment?
Are you talking to me?
I am indeed. Luke, was it?
That's right. What can I do for you?
Oh, it's nothing terribly important. It's just been a while since we had a youngster like yourself here. That's why I thought I'd welcome you with a gift.
A gift for me?
That's right. These are all the rage with the local children, I hear.
Oh, it's one of those toy cars. Do you have one too, Becky? Me? Ha! No way. I'm not into kiddie toys like that.
Bullshit.
Oh. Not that there's anything wrong with having interest in toys, of course.
Your attitude says otherwise.
I mean, that car's perfect for a boy your age. Yeah, have fun with it now. Yeah, I'll try.
Don't look so glum, Luke. Collecting miniature cars is a perfectly respectable hobby for a gentleman.
Yeah, that's right, Professor. See, I told you.
I'm getting mixed messages here. Do you approve or do you not?
You'll have to find out later.
Right, I'm trying to remember what the toy car was in this game.
This is literally the Layton-mobile, right?
That is the Layton-mobile. Just in an RC form. I can't remember what the minigame was like, so let's find out.
I think it was the hamster minigame.
I think this was an equivalent, yeah. It's a little different. This is basically one of those like Flash programming games. I remember that was all the rage. It's like, do you want to learn programming? Do one of these. That's basically what it was in a nutshell.
Which is honestly not a bad place to start.
Yeah, it's just like, oh god, it's so overdone. Is there no other way? Yeah, I would have thought I'd done these more. I guess I completely ignored it at some point. Weird. Anyway, let's give one of these a go. Yes.
Oh,
I know,
there's a lot of tutorials.
lot of tutorial stuff. Alright, let's do this. Oh, that's nice. You can influence the starting direction. It's appreciated.
It's added complexity.
Yeah, it's appreciated that you can, influence the start. So it's going to start by that way by default, so we don't need that. I want to go that way, and I guess I'll go this way, and then that way, and then they give you more than you need, don't they?
Yeah.
Hang on, that's not right. I'm not going to be picking up the flags then that way. That's the problem with that. We do have to go that way though, so I guess I can leave those there at least. And that one. I do have to go... Do I have to go that way? Oh yeah, I have to, don't I? Maybe?
You could
No, wait.
do it from the button as well.
I do it that way and then that and then... No, that doesn't work. I can't put one on top of a space because that would make it possible, but I can't. And I'll just... No, that'll be an endless loop. Alright, then I'll have to go from the top then. And...
I think I solved this as well and I have no idea right now how.
How does this work? Nope, okay.
I mean, I guess you could like do the top cycle to the like an outer one, then go in the middle and then go up and to the right.
I'm just trying to visualize that now. What, start for the top flag or the bottom one?
With the top flag, so go left, then go down.
Down. It's the only down we've
then
got.
go right. Yeah.
That one.
Then go up, then you go left, then you go up
There you go.
again, and then you go to the right. Yeah.
Got it. Off he goes. It's a good thing there's no rule of having to cross over a flag twice. Could you imagine? Oh.
Yeah.
Huzzah! We got it. Let's see, that was the... Oh god, why did I tap that? I was curious! I wanted to press a button! Why'd I do that?
Do the car to drive the car. Place stuff somewhere. That's a lot of text.
That's a lot of text. Alright, don't touch it ever again. Just to be sure. Go. Okay, good. Yeah, I blanked out completely on the toy car. I'm mixing it with something else. To be fair, you need to interact with the right people to get more of the challenges.
Yeah.
Alright, see the gangster man again. He's probably more angry. Rude. Fine, we won't. Bye. Oh, is he still blocking the way?
Hey there, you're Max, aren't you?
Ding ding ding! Correct. But how do you know my name?
Becky told us.
Zzz. Invalid answer. So, Bossy Becky sent you. You must be staying at the hotel then.
Ding. I mean, yes, we are. Hey, is this the archway through the... Is the arcade through that archway? And does it lead to the station?
Yes, that archway is the arcade.
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding! Correct. That's the arcade, alright. And you can get to the station from there. Walk all the way through the arcade and you'll come out into a big road called Flatstone Street. Then just head up Flatstone Street, and at the north end, you'll find the station.
Okay, he's helpful when he wants to be.
Yeah.
Let's see. Alright, Instinct says he has a...
Ding.
No. Yes.
And he just repeats stuff.
Sorry, it's just like he moved position. Does he have a new puzzle? Wait. I just saw you a minute ago. Boy, what are you looking at? Pint size?
Hello, sir, didn't you just meet in front of the hotel?
What hotel? Well, not any of your business, but I've been posted here all day. Bostros have my guts for garters if I even thought about sneaking off.
Yes. It looks like it got you mixed up with someone else. Have a good day, sir.
Oh, Dorsis, shorty, you're the one who wanted to talk, so you ain't running on me now. Standing around all day ain't that thrilling. Watching you squirm with this puzzle might help me pass the time. Ironically, I think, if I remember correctly, that SpongeBob point-and-click adventure game took this joke way earlier. Oh, what's this puzzle again? For fuck's sake, we just... Hang on, it's different. It's a different equation. If 7 days after 70 days ago was Sunday, which day is it 7 days before 70 days from now? It's like, it's simpler, but it's harder at the same time. Okay, give me a minute.
I say it's just Sunday because it's 7.
Are we factoring how months work, or is that not? Is that not
doesn't
relevant?
matter for weekdays.
So just Sunday again.
I would say so, yeah.
This one's as good as solved.
Yes.
I knew it.
Yay. That's right. Sunday. 1 week is 7 days. If you asked what day was it X days ago, or what day will be X days from today, and X is divisible by 7, then you know that it will be the same day as today. That was an elaborate way of saying it's the same day.
Yeah.
What? You solved it already? Great. How am I supposed to stop myself nodding off at the job now? Fucking...
Maybe you come up with better puzzles.
Sorry, don't want to be in here yet. Sorry, hand coins. Priorities. Let's see, no.
We need
No.
to do something about the
No.
fixation professor.
It's fine. I can stop when I want to. As soon as I find 3 more.
You said that already, Professor. You're showing signs of addiction.
It's not addiction when I know I can stop it whenever I want to. I just don't want to right now. Alright. Now to find more.
Yeah.
The quest never ends. Once you start this, you can't stop it. Although this would be easier with the stylus rather than the mouse. I'm doing this the hard way.
Honestly, nothing about it. I'm surprised there isn't a OCD sketch of Layton being completely obsessed with hint coins.
I know, right? Hey, you can take this one.
Sorry, fellas, we're not open yet. Didn't you see the sign out the front? I should have said it should have said as much.
I don't want to distract, but holy jawline, Batman. Like, his jaw to head ratio is so far. The signs seem to indicate that you were open. It's no trouble, though.
That Max is a lost cause. I lost count of the times I've told them boy to check the sign on his way out. Sorry for the inconvenience. Would you like to take a seat and wait? We'll be ready before too long.
I'm afraid we'll have to come back later. We're in a bit of a rush at the moment, you see.
Just as well, really. I've got a mess on my hands that needs my attention right now.
What seems to be the problem?
I can't open the back door. The Mrs. is sitting... Mrs.?
Mrs. like, the wife.
Okay. I never heard this. However, Mrs. said the new code for the lock when she went out. He left me a note explaining the new code, but I haven't got a clue what it means.
That is quite the predicament. Okay. How bad is... Oh wait, I know where this is going already. Yeah, I think he's reading the note the wrong way around.
Yeah.
It's one of these ones. Let's see.
I remember there was a stupid twist with this one.
Well, it's just how no paper works. It seems you need to enter a number to open the door. The only clue you have is a hastily written note from a woman known for her poor handwriting. Can you work out the number you need? Well, how many... hang on, let me find out.
1, 2, 1, 4. This is just...
Okay, it's
2, 4, 3.
2... I mean, that is bad handwriting if you do it that way. Yeah, it is. She put in extra lines right in front of the numbers. Yeah, it is 2, 4, 3. 2. She did a 4 like this instead of the way I would have done it, which is this.
Oh, wait, that's because like the one in the verse is like how I learned it, but
yeah.
Differences.
There's like there's 2 ways to do like a 4. And did you know there's 2 ways to do a 7 with a line in it for some fucking reason?
Yeah, because the line makes it different from a 1. Easier.
I guess not.
I must have overlooked something.
Copyright.
I found some.
2, 4, 3, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember why I didn't like it. It's like No, you had to. Like,
No, just making sure the input was still there. Why is there 2 dashed lines on the right then?
is it upside down as well? Like it's something like
Mm,
because the 3 could be a 9 as well, kind of.
yeah, it could be. Hang on. If I had a DS, I'd be able to flip it upside down. But that doesn't make any sense shape-wise. Maybe it's another 3? It's a possibility. The paper's also folded up, but that probably doesn't really mean anything.
Oh god.
What?
Wait,
What is it?
Okay, it's just called differently. It's 8 because it's 113 minus 2.
What?
Wait,
Are you overthinking it? Are you
it's
looking
8.
at...
I'm looking up a guide because
Who draws an A like that? I mean, that's the whole point, but...
no, it's just 8. It's just 8.
But the whole... Wait.
Yeah,
The whole
the whole
thi-
note is just 8.
So what, the input is 1 8 or 3 8s?
It's 1 8.
No, I mean... I need to put in a number and... What,
Yeah, the number is 8.
just an 8? Just 1 8?
Yeah.
Can't be right.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
What? There's 3 inputs.
Just as I
It's asking for a lock. What kind of lock only has 1 number? Oh, fuck this.
Yeah, and it's like it's 1 to 1, and then you have the minus, which makes
Minus
it 4.
1 1. Fuck that. When you have it
Yeah.
written down as bad handwriting, it's like, oh, I can see it. 2 4 3.
It should be. Is it called kerning? Like how much space you leave? It's bad kerning. That's
There
what
is
it is.
bad, yeah, a lot of bad spacing going on here. It's like I know my handwriting's bad, but not this bad. That would have taken me a while to read correctly.
Cheers, fellas. Thanks to you, I can finally start cooking. Come back for dinner. It's on the house.
Oh shit, free meal. What's the catch? Look how expensive we're asking here. Oh, banana. We can
You
put that
still
in.
have to tip, and twinks aren't free.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Okay, right, so one of these was offering a yellow thing, which I guess a banana seems appropriate, right? Yeah, tasty looking
Yeah.
yellow thing. Banana. That seems appropriate to me. That'll do for now.
Not to me, but I know I'm with not liking bananas.
I don't like bananas either.
Wait. Ah, neat. Sorry. Did I
You're not
notice it?
alone! Doesn't help, I don't like the artificial flavoring of banana anyway, so...
The funny thing is, I don't have that much of a problem with that. But like real ones, it's just alone the consistency is like.
Oh, it's the
I don't know,
consistency, not the flavor.
Both, because like I sometimes had it in cakes. And it's like, yeah, I generally don't like it.
But I like banana cake.
Huh.
It's like my go-to birthday cake, by the way. Okay. So,
Only good information for June.
make your way from the start to the goal, but be wary of banana skins, ice physics. Whenever you step on one, you'll slide without stopping until you hit a wall. Can you find a solid route through these slippery streets? I've only got so many directions to go, so... Oh, this is just trial and error at some point.
I think you can just go back. No,
Yeah, this will work. Tedious, but it'll work. I'm sure there's a more fun way doing this.
well, we
This
solved it.
one's
That's fun
as
for
good as
me.
solved.
But it's a good thing there's no, like, move counter on this one, because that would confirm it for sure.
Yeah.
Most people have seen banana skins used in cartoons for slippery comedic effect. If you've ever actually stepped on a banana skin, though, you'll know it's no joke. Actually, they're not actually that slippery in reality.
So like, who just leaves them lying around?
I don't know. It must have been from a particular age, that's for sure. Anyway, banana peel removed. Yeah, you two saw that ne'er-do-well skulking around, didn't you? Yes, we did. Why'd you ask? Thought I should give you a word of advice. That whole gang is bad news. They call themselves the Family, and they monitor everything people get up to around these parts. Who are you talking about exactly? I'm sure you've seen them, all dressed the same, in their long grey coats and matching hats. Oh, and don't even try to be a hero. Bravery will only get you in the worst kind of trouble.
Why don't the police do something about them?
Police? Now there's a word I haven't heard in a while. I haven't seen people on these streets for years. It's the Family who makes the law nowadays. How terrible. You're telling me oh, here comes one of the boys now. Try not to sir. Would you mind if I had a look at that paper you're holding, sir? Go for it. Knock yourself out. No, that can't be. My God, the hat price inflation has gone up astronomically.
Professor, look at the date on this paper.
Keep your hair on, fellas. It's just a newspaper. Right, I've got to go. Places to be and all that. Can I have my paper back?
Yes, of course. Thank you. I didn't misread the date on the paper, did I, Professor?
I don't think so, Luke. It was dated 10 years in the future. It's as if we've travelled through time.
So, maybe the reason why nothing looks familiar is that we're in the London of the future?
Either that, or it was a misprint. It would appear so. Whoever wrote us that last letter assured us that we'd find proof of our time travel at Green Hospital. Let's make our way over there without further delay. Or more delays. Well, that was quick. Solved the mystery already.
Yeah, it's like, don't we usually unlock, find all
like,
of them until we finish one?
It's like, right now, we're not fully committed or convinced that it's quite the future yet. We're just grasping the concept before we finalized it.
Yeah, but doesn't that now canonically prove that Layton can read dates at least?
Well, the dates are in distinct spots and not that hard to read. It's a number rather than words,
Yeah.
so that's a different thing altogether.
Yeah, but at least it's not his eyes alone. So this must be the big road that Mask was talking about, Gladstone Street.
Excellent. If we continue north, we should find the station on the right.
Then you're almost there. Let's keep moving, Professor. Huh? Hey, is it just me or is that man on the corner shaking?
It's that same guy again. What do you want? Please don't hurt me. If you're looking for the station, it's just down the street. Please just leave me alone. He's gone, just like that. Anyway, here coins.
Yeah,
Come on,
some more important stuff.
that car is asking for trouble, and I know he's got a hint coin in there. It's holding back.
You have to break it. With the other car.
Like the other one. Let's see.
Professor, isn't vandalism not gentlemanlike?
It's only ungentlemanly when I say so.
Hey look, there's a guard. He looks like those family gangsters we saw before.
Indeed. It's remarkable just how anonymous they seem to be. Yeah, I do know a subway when I see one.
Say, Professor, isn't that the sign for the train station?
Indeed it is. It took longer than expected. We finally arrived at the station. It wasn't that long. What was that? Maybe a 10-minute walk?
Yeah, it's like it would go faster, Layton, if you don't stop for hint coins and puzzles every 5 meters.
But this reminds me of a puzzle.
How it does.
You don't stop looking at me, funny boy. You'll be looking very funny when I'm finished with you.
Oh, sorry, sir. Didn't mean to stare.
How come he gets to wear hats? How come the family get to wear hats and yet we can't?
Because they're a family of hat makers.
We need to buy tickets before boarding. We take care of that, Luke.
Of course, looks like I have to select this destination. Where's the button for Auckland Plain Station?
Jeez, I don't know. It's just you got me.
Mystery.
Absolute mystery. Can't be this button here. Actually, no, not yet. Hang on a minute. I know there's some more hint coins around here somewhere. I only found the one. There's gonna be another around here somewhere. Ah, there you go. Some of these spots aren't very obvious. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Some are in very evil spots.
And it's actually way more exact than I thought it needs to be.
Well, there's a bit of leniency, but you know, some of the spots aren't very obvious. You? Yes.
Also, how is Luke able to afford this? Like,
I'm
does he
assuming.
get money?
I'm assuming it's running on a free system. Like some areas do like local transports like trains for free sometimes. Not often,
Yeah.
but it does exist.
But then Layton would be like, look, pay for it. I think this is a poster for the hospital we're looking for.
Oh, good. According to the map on the poster, the hospital seems to be quite close to the station. Well, that's convenient. Yeah, there it is.
Well, that was easy enough. Look, Professor, we're just a few steps away from the hospital.
Wonderful. In we go. Yes, but first, hint coins. I need them.
Yeah.
No. Ah, here's one. Gimme. Oh, it's a puzzle. Fuck.
Oh, is this a hidden puzzle?
Yeah, it must be. Yep.
You know, just like other puzzles, it's only like 146.
Chewie! I'm trying to shoo the birds away from these wires. Every time I clap my hands, half of them fly away, but then one comes back. The pattern keeps repeating itself. Even if I stood here clapping my hands all day, the number of birds would always end up right back where it started. How many birds were there on the wires originally? Let's reread that again. Every time I clap my hands, half of them fly away, but then one comes back. The pattern keeps repeating.
So
Must be two. Must be two birds. It has to be.
Yeah.
Gotta think simple, nothing large. Ooh, that works.
Here's my
I didn't mean to write it that way. Yay! Logic prevails!
I knew it.
Two birds is correct. Half of two is one, so one bird flies away, then comes right back. You know, it's just simple logic. Sometimes you don't have to think too big. Just make it as simple as possible if you can.
Done and done.
Okay. Oh, where's my hint coin? Oh, in that one. Okay, I'm happy. Let's see, what else is here? Sure, it's a rule. I gotta establish it. I want my hint coins, damn it. There we go. Okay. Oh, hello. Good day, madam. Would you mind helping us with something? Why not? I've got nothing better to do today. This place is dead. We're here to visit someone in your care. Could you point us towards room 312? Room 312, huh? Let's see. Ah, Dr. Andrew Schrader. Of course. Just a sec. What? I'm sorry, did you just say Andrew Schrader? Keep it down, will you? You're in a hospital, you know. So, are you two relatives of Dr. Schrader, then? Actually, no, I'm a former student of his. And your little friend there? He's, well...
Dr. Schrader's student, apprentice.
You could have just said acquainted friend or something like that, but no. Oh, old 312's got a bit of a fan club, has he? Alright, you can see him if you like, but I'm going to need you to complete some paperwork first. Paperwork? A hospital policy, I'm afraid. Don't worry though, it's just one question. Alright.
Why is the question a puzzle?
They have to disguise it somehow. Oh god. A doctor has to visit 9 hospital rooms on her rounds. The number of the rooms she needs to visit are listed below. When checking the room numbers, she noticed that if she always proceeds to a room with at least one digit in common with the room she's currently in, she can visit all the rooms in one trip. Which will be the 5th room she visits on such a trip? Circle the correct room number. Okay, that was a heavy loaded question. Let me reread that myself. When checking the room number, she noticed that if she always proceeds to a room with at least one digit in common with the room she's currently in. Okay, so I guess she has to Okay, so this is her route that she has to take. So how can she be as efficient as possible with visiting relatively close by
Yeah.
rooms? So what's the common pattern here, I guess we're asking here? Well, it's already... No, it's not. No, it is. Okay, it is already organized in lowest to highest, if we go from up down.
To down, yeah, that kind of helps.
Somewhat. Does it really, though?
I mean, just the numbers are not in the random order. In the beginning, it kind of looked like it.
Yeah.
And is it like something that occurs in multiple?
In checking the room numbers, she noticed that if she always proceeds to a room with at least one digit in common with the room she's currently in. Alright, so she starts with 18, so the next relevant room she would go to would be the 71 or 38, right?
Yeah.
Is that the logic she's running on?
Yeah, but you can't do 71 because that leads to
There's
nowhere
no
else.
so she starts with 38, and the next relevant room would be 33 or 63.
Yeah.
So she would, at best option would be to 33 and then to 63. So that's 4. So the next room would be 65.
Yeah. But I think we already can do it because you can't go to 71 now because 18 was already taken.
Well, that doesn't matter. It's only, as long as it's the 5th room. That's the logic she's running on right now.
Yeah, but we can complete the sequence, so she can start with 18. So wait, she has to start with either 29 or 71, right? Because those...
It has to be an impossible end, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she would... Let's go with the highest then, because that's the highest room number available, and then work your way down. That would be more efficient, technically.
Okay, yeah.
So, we start with 71, but then we go to 18, so... Somebody tells me that is part of the answer equation, though. Instinct is telling me that.
So then you have to go to 38.
It's 3. So next is a 3-digit number.
Yeah.
So I
It
guess...
should be 33 because then you can go from 36 to 65.
Okay.
Then you can go to 54, 49. I would say in this case it...
So wait, so, hang on.
I would say it's 63.
Not 65?
It's the 5th one, right?
Yeah, the 5th one. So it's either 63 or 65. I'm gut instincts tell me 65.
I think it's 63. But let me... I would want to quickly do it with 29, so we go from 29 to 49 to 45 to 6 to 40. Yeah, it's 63.
Alright, let's have a look, see. I'll just be a button good at...
Let's see if I've got this right.
Alright, well done.
Just as I suspected.
She did it in the most inefficient way possible, technically. Let's see. There's some logic here, I can't be asked.
Yeah, it's pretty much what we kind of figured out. That you have to start at 71 or 29. And if you follow that sequence, you end up at 63.
Yeah. Thanks for that. You can visit Dr. Schrader now. His room's on the 3rd floor, just take those stairs over there. Yeah, you dead tree.
That's not paperwork you have to fill out. No, they just ask you to do their work.
Are you intelligent enough to solve this problem for us? Alright, let's see. I will put this dead tree here. I think I've solved it. Yay! I've completed the book. Let's read it. Lost and found. That's like fucking Mario Galaxy all over again. One sunny morning, I was strolling through a meadow as I walked past a dead tree on my right. I suddenly came upon a boot in front of me and a hat on my left. I wonder who dropped these, I thought to myself. I couldn't just leave them there, so I decided to take them with me. I soon got to a big square with a plum tree in the middle. Underneath the plum tree, I saw an old man gathering something, so I said, I found some things that someone dropped in the meadow. Have you seen anyone looking anxious? Twiddling his mustache, the old man glanced at the objects I was holding and replied, "Oh, that's where my hat went. Thanks for bringing it back. Here, take this by way of thanks. It just fell out of that plum tree." And with that, the old man handed me a delicious-looking plum. As I strolled on through the meadow, I bumped into a girl, and I said, "I found this boot. I'm looking for the person who dropped it." The girl hesitated a moment before replying in a timid voice, "I can't help you, but there's a white cottage just up ahead. Try asking over there." I gave my thanks and hurried on. It seemed likely that the boot might belong to someone in the cottage, so I walked over to it and knocked on the door. A kindly lady opened it and said, "Hello there, can I help you?" Peeking inside, I couldn't help but notice that there was a tasty-looking banana on the kitchen table. "I found this boot. I'm looking for its owner," I replied. "Oh yes, that boot belongs to my grandson," said the lady. "Thank you ever so much." Then she handed me the banana from the table as a reward. It was a good day. I returned 2 lost objects to their owners and received a delicious plum and a banana as a reward. I was so happy that I couldn't help whistling all the way home. Oh, simple enough.
Yeah.
A basic
Not
children's
in the
story.
literature Prices, but better than some modern Hollywood movies.
I could definitely see why the sell value of this book would work for just, place down the relevant object on a certain page.
Yeah. I mean, but children's books, like trying to get them to make sense of a story, actually would work, yeah.
I could see the sell value. Anyway,
You
had
think,
fun.
like, who's the developer of, is it Nintendo itself?
I think it's Level 5 who made the Professor Layton games.
You think they would sue me if I make this a children's book now?
Nah. Strange. No one is in here. Perhaps the receptionist made a mistake. Oh, yep, that's him. Older. How's that box doing you? Oh, he's voiced.
It's you, Herschel, and little Luke. Andrew? Why the quizzical look, Herschel? Have I got food in my beard again? Oh, don't mind that, my boy. Sit down, sit down. You know, I've been hearing some very unsavory rumors about you recently, but I don't believe a single one of them. What sort of unsavory rumors? What sorts, you ask? The ones about the hoochie was it? The thingamawizard? Oh, drat.
He's gotten too old.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell they put a bit more budget and effort behind this title, since the franchise probably launched off now, so there's a bit more
Yeah,
voice
it's like
acting
we
in this.
can voice things.
We have the funding for it now.
I seem to have forgotten them completely. Well, never mind all that then.
Oh, okay, well, moving on then.
I
Excuse
do
me.
like it, and then like, oh, I would never listen to that and, take it seriously. I even actually forgot it because I didn't take it seriously.
That has happened more than once to me in positive.
Yeah, it's like I guess and then
Professor Layton and Luke are discussing Dr. Schrader's X-ray. "Look, Professor, somebody must have left these scissors inside Dr. Schrader during his operation. Look at that shadow. Can you believe it?" "I wouldn't worry about those, Luke. This is what Dr. Schrader should really be concerned about." As the professor said this, he pointed at something odd on the X-ray. What did he point to? Okay, let's see what is the unusual element here. I mean, the arrow is sticking out to me.
no, that's common. It's completely common. It's just a thumbnail. It's red, isn't red, but
Yeah, I think it's the arrow, considering if we're working on X-ray logic, this is all stuff that's on top of Schrader, not the X-ray itself, so why is there an arrow pointing to this general area, right?
I think it was the white kind of thing right at the bottom, just memory-wise, but I don't remember the logic.
Oh, yep, you're right. It's a valid target. I'm pretty sure if I do this anywhere else, it won't allow it.
Yeah.
Okay, well done. That is sticking out.
That should do the
That
trick.
is indeed cancer.
Oh no.
Well, that's settled.
Good eye. There's a mysterious white shadow in the bottom of Dr. Schrader's stomach. Perhaps he swallowed a coin or something by mistake. When X-rays aren't able to pass through something solid, the object will appear as a white shadow. Dark shadows like the scissors are probably just the result of a practical joke. Someone must have superimposed the images onto the X-ray after it was taken. I wouldn't be surprised if some surgeon's done that as a just shits and giggles joke.
Yeah.
They gotta get bored at some point.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of one of my favorite things about scrubs, where they have like the like a lost and found box, but it's just a box of things that were in people's
Personal luggage.
assets. Yeah, it's like
Gotta put him somewhere.
yeah, it's like that feels so real to me.
The thing is, probably is based on some actual shits that has actually happened.
Yeah.
It's been a while, hasn't it, Andrew?
Indeed, Herschel. It's just you're still spending the majority of it working hours doing research.
What can I say? I learned from the best. Having an office in which to work has made life easier too.
You've got your own office. Oh, but I must say, you had fun for some time, haven't you? And you deserve it. I've seen my share of scholars, but you were the brightest to ever set foot in my classroom. Naturally. Oh dear, with all this excitement, I nearly forgot to take my medicine, silly me. I've got the bottle here, but working out the correct dosage is proving rather taxing. Look, be a good boy and help me working out how much of this I need to drink.
I think I remember this one, and it was kind of evil. Nope, this is a completely different puzzle. This is a different puzzle. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of a different medicine-based puzzle that was a bit evil. Dr. Schrader needs to drink 1/5 of this bottle of medicine per day over a period of 5 days. Unfortunately, the dosages aren't marked on the bottle. Dr. Schrader has taken the first dose, and the amount of medicine in the bottle has been reduced to the level shown in the diagram. It's now time for the second dose. To where should he drink today? Draw a line on the bottle to mark the point at which he should stop drinking. Okay, well, the bottle's already been marked out in 5s by the lines and all that. But the problem is, where do you stop? In the middle point, you know?
you have to stop a bit before because you're bottling it. I think the answer is that you hold it sideways a bit so that it makes an X and just do it
You already
in the middle.
Yeah, so you're already looking at the X pretty much, but yeah, I guess like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. Let's try that.
This one's as good as solved.
Not quite.
But
It might be simpler than that.
Don't know what to say.
pretty sure that would work.
That's more than a fifth though. That's like half of the contents, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah. Yeah,
To where should he drink today? Okay. Oh wait, I could have more than one. Oh, no, I can't. There we go. Okay, well, I can do that, can't I?
oh, yeah,
Would that work?
I guess so. If it's not enough about how it realizes that you
I'm
I
referring
did
to
it.
that section. Fuck it, let's see what happens.
Here's my answer.
Nope, okay. Right, not that. Well, right, a fifth is a very small amount. It's one of these chunks, that's the thing. We know that. There's
It's-
5 sections.
Yeah.
So he's already taken down one contents amount.
Can you do it completely freely, or can you only do it?
No, I
Can
got.
can you only do it from like the edges, right?
Yeah, it's only the edges, which simplifies the input. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So where should he drink today?
I mean, I guess you do the lower one then, and just be like, it turns it around.
Yeah, fuck it.
Here's my answer.
That's not right. Alright. Let's read it again. Dr. Trey has taken the first dose, and the amount of medicine in the bottle has been reduced to the level shown in the diagram. It's now time for the second dose. To where should he drink today?
It's almost there.
Where was it then?
From one of the corner to the corners of like the end of it, so further to the left.
Here?
Down and to the left. Yeah.
Oh, oh. It's like, hang on a minute. How far can I? Oh, for fuck's sake!
Here's my answer.
Yeah.
We had the principle down, just not the angles.
Yeah, it's like the visual done and it's just like, oh yeah.
It's one of those answers, because
it's
fuck
1.5
you.
and not one
If-
block, which.
If they added more of those dotted lines to validate it more, I get why, but.
Yeah. You taught this boy well, Herschel. You clearly passed on some of my skills. Yes, as I was saying, you always were the brightest foe. There was one other pupil who came close. That boy was something of a whiz as well. I wonder what became of him.
I wonder what he's referring to.
We will never find out.
It's been wonderful seeing you, but it's growing late. We ought to be on our way.
Like, what? 3 in the afternoon?
We
Busy as
just
always,
came.
I see. Do drop by again when you have the time, won't you? Oh, but before you go, I have something of yours I should return. I've been looking after her for some time now, you see.
Hmm? Oh boy, keys!
I won't be needing her anymore, so you can take her away. The old dear's parked around back.
Huh? I see. Thank you.
It was a pleasant surprise to see you today, Herschel. I know you're a bit of a hurry, but you should go out the back of the building with those keys.
Okay, that's specific. Let's go. Where's the back? In the back.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, it's something that looks like the Laytonmobile, because the Laytonmobile is based on a very generic French car that is super dirt cheap. It's like a popular French car that was super cheap. Like, it's not that uncommon. It's quite common at the time.
Yeah.
Anyone could find one of these very easily. And did you know?
Like, I've been taking care of it. Have you?
This is not my car. But yeah, that I can't remember what the name of the model of the car is, but it's like it's so cheap you can almost disassemble the entire thing without needing any tools. Wait,
Oh, it's a Citroen.
yeah, that one, Citroen. Thank you, that one. It appears to be my beloved Laytonmobile.
That's what I thought too. I've never seen anyone else with such a funny shaped car after all.
Rude. Funny shaped. I'll have you know that this is a classic, my dear boy. Well, he's not wrong there. It is a classic.
Yeah.
A shit classic, but a classic nonetheless.
Gee, all the dust and dirt on it, it must be. It doesn't look like anyone's been taking care of the car while it's been parked out here, Professor.
Indeed. It does appear to have been exposed to the elements for quite some time.
Why don't we see if it still works? We won't need to rely on the train anymore if it does.
As if. That's an excellent suggestion, Luke.
What's the professor? What's the matter, Professor?
What's the professor matter?
Yeah.
Someone's installed a peculiar lock on the door. Who could have done such a thing?
Mr. Bean.
Probably. It's a padlock. Oh, I already know where this is going. This is way too easy. You've been given 2 keys to the Laytonmobile, but there's no keyhole in which to insert them. Instead, the door can be opened by entering a certain number. This number is hidden somewhere in the keys. What is it? I'm already looking at it, and I can already figure out what it is. Let me just...
Yeah.
There you go. Easy. It's too easy.
So can you rotate this? Because like this gotta be the.
Let me just make
Depends.
sure that's correct.
See, it's not hard to tell if it's a 1 or a 7.
No, it's just like, are they like an offset type number type
Okay.
dealio or something like that? No, that's too specific.
I like the additional one for 7. This makes it so much easier if people are actually drawing a 7 or just can do a straight line horizontally.
I'm doing this on a mouse, so excuse me.
Which honestly is doing this quite well, yeah.
It's almost the the answer to life, the hidden number, whatever.
42, yeah.
Yeah, 42. Here we go. There we are. It's finally open.
Alright, start your up, Professor.
Here we go. Just gotta jiggle the gear shift a minute. Hang on. I've got this. Stupid.
What's this? The engine won't start.
Gee, I wonder why.
Well, it has been 10 years since we last saw the Layton mobile, Professor.
Pretty sure cars can still run if they've just been sitting idle for 10 years, right? That's how that works.
Depends, like some maybe, but most, nah.
Depends where it's been stored. I think, yeah, out in the elements, yeah, it probably will bugger it.
Yeah,
I feel like it'd be more like, just refuel it, it might still work.
yeah, I think you probably, like, have to, just...
Give it a roll, give it a runner, maybe change out the battery, but, you know, it could still work.
Yeah, I think for modern cars, the bell is probably your biggest
There's
issue.
something on the passenger seat.
Oh,
Professor, I hope that by this point you're convinced that this is the London of the future.
that must be.
Now that we are on the same page, I'd like to explain to you the secret that's plaguing London. However, I think it would be best to discuss this issue in person. Meet me at the Gilded Seven Casino on Flatstone Street. I'll be waiting for you there.
Oh boy, gambling.
Well,
You're
what do
finally
you say, Luke?
going to
Are you
meet
ready to meet your
Peter
future
Parker?
self?
Honestly, I don't know. This whole situation is making me feel very strange.
That's quite understandable.
Yes, please. I forget how well paced this game is. It's like, oh, there's good stopping points where you need to be.
Yeah.
We've already met a boy named Luke.
Like, I am here.
It's just me.
Also, since I looked up what car he drives, there's also like no related question. The one was, what is Herschel Layton's real name? It's like, well, it's Herschel Layton.
You're
obviously.
looking at it.
Yeah, and apparently not.
There's the indicator in case you've lost some puzzles, in case you haven't been here yet.
Yeah.
Which we probably have missed a couple puzzles, but not too many. Alright. Let's just check the car in case there's anything else here.
Professor, I'm starting to believe that you really traveled to the future.
Let's focus on what we're sure of for now. The author of this letter is Luke Triton. In other words, Luke, the sender is you. So what did you do to my car?
I haven't done anything yet.
What have you done to the Layton-mobile? I know you didn't like the shape of it. For God's sake, you didn't need to do this. It's very ungentlemanly-like.
Alright, Professor. It's...
They're just fussing that they have to do this shit on foot. Oh no, what a terrible disaster.
Did he check the license plate to make sure it's really the same one?
I don't think there is one, actually. Oh, no, there is one. Some semblance, but it's probably so faded we can't see it anymore.
Yeah.
Never really thought about that. It's like, what is the license plate on this thing? Okay. Let's take the train. Need to take the train back to Flatstone Street if we're to visit the casino, Luke.
Okay, Professor.
Oh, well, that's easy. I don't know why they had to make a whole dialogue for that.
Because we need the context for everything.
Naturally. Here we are, back in Flatstone Street.
Yes, but I can't see anything around here that looks like a casino.
I think our best bet would be to ask a local.
Oh, look, there's someone we can ask. Right here, Professor.
Hold on a minute. A boy asking where the casino is? You got exactly 5 seconds to stop gawping by. 1, 2...
I'm very sorry, sir.
I gather that didn't go very well, Luke.
Let's ask someone else, Professor. I can't even look at that man without him snapping at me.
And all this time I thought you had a talent for communicating with wild animals.
Don't laugh, Professor. The man was scary.
And he was far more beyond than an animal. Now, don't look so sour. I was only trying to lighten the mood a little. Why don't we find someone else to help us?
Also, Loki is harder than this to ask the person you've been told not to mess with.
Ah, there's a lovely breeze blowing through London today. I couldn't agree more. It's that perfect day to find a nice grassy spot near the river, or to go for a walk. Speaking of walks, my hubby and I came up with this great puzzle while we were out one day. Okay, not exactly what I was asking for, but whatever. Oh, it's one of these. The bridge below has been painted in a black and white check pattern. Checker pattern? Whatever. Starting from the bottom left arrow, you need to cross the bridge and finish at the top right arrow. You can move one square at a time, either up, down, left, or right. You can't move diagonally. Now, here's the tricky part. How many different routes across are there that cross exactly 4 black squares and 3 white squares? Oh, that must be simpler. Am I able to do any inputs? No, I cannot. Okay. Let me just check the rules again. Move one square at a time, up, down, left, or right, no diagonal. And we're starting on the bottom left, so that's 1 by default. So that helps simplify things. Let's see. 4 black, 3 white. So 1 by default, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4.
5, I can...
I see 2 routes already.
No, 5 already.
I'll let you keep going then. There's only so many variants you can make.
I say 8, but I'm not confident.
I feel like there's a simpler way to get this answer, but
yeah,
we'll go with that.
that's not enough for the simple way.
I get what you mean.
I've got a good feeling about this one. I was sure my logic was sound.
Yeah, we know diagonally. I feel like this is one that's far simpler. Okay, how many tiles are there exactly? That's the question.
So 15.
15.
It's like you can't go back because then you have to visit more.
Yeah. So we're basically just going straight forward, pretty much. So what? There's more than 8 that we're not seeing here.
I guess it has to be more than...
But by how much? That's the question.
Instincts tell me to just look it up because...
You can look this one up because there's probably too many variants here that would take too long to suss out. And we do have a memo here we can use.
15.
That makes sense. So there are 15 tiles,
15.
right? There are 15 tiles, so...
Oh.
Let's see if I've got this right.
Looking forward to see the explanation for this. I have a feeling I'm in the right ballpark for this. Or not. Precisely, there are 15 different routes, more than you think, eh? Yep, that makes sense logically. Look at the amount of variants, and almost all of them feature all the tiles being used, pretty much. Yep. Yep, every variant, and yep, all the tiles end up being used, pretty much. I don't think there's one that gets excluded. You're a clever one. I used to love walking with my hubby. Back then, he used to come home for dinner every night. Wait, you used to? Sadly, those carefree walks ended as soon as we got here. They must be working him like a dog at that new job of his, because he hardly ever comes home. Could you elaborate? Don't stop there.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It's like you got my interest, and now you can't just drop it like that. It's him again.
order him to do it.
What do you want from me? Don't hurt me, please. I'm begging you.
Why are you scared of me?
You? No, it's your friend there with the big hat. He's looking right at me. Please, calm down, sir. I mean you no harm. You must have me confused with someone else. The only thing I want to know is the location of the Gilded Seven Casino. It is around here, isn't it? The casino? Oh, I get it. You're testing me. You want to see if Edgar's going to spill the beans. And if I do, you're going to send me on a one-way trip to nowhere.
What are you talking about?
Oh, somebody help me!
Help. I need somebody. Yeah, he goes again.
Poor fellow. It sounds as though he's had a run-in with someone who looks like me.
He's not the first person to react strangely to your hat.
I mean, no one else has this hat. Yes. It seems my doppelganger has quite a fearsome reputation.
Well, maybe you should take your hat off for the time being, just to avoid confusion, you know. Please don't hurt me.
Nonsense, Luke. A gentleman can't very well walk around with a bare head, now can he?
I suppose not. Well, what's our next move?
That girl from the hotel, Becky, has been quite helpful. Let's try asking her for directions. I mean, I would ask the kid, but he's only useful when you already know the information relevant, I suppose.
You're looking for the Gilded Seven Casino.
Yes, we're supposed to meet someone there.
Well, if you say so. But I think you ought to know that the place is a favorite family haunt. I appreciate your concern, Becky, but we really do need to get there. Alright. Oh, good. Granny's asleep again. I don't think she'd be too keen on me directing you to a hotbed of criminal activity like that. We don't need to worry about our safety, do we? Not that I'm scared or anything.
Oh, he's just a rebellious little scamp, ain't he?
Good, bravery is an admirable trait, even if it can get you into trouble. So anyways, you know where that station is, right? Just head north from the square in front of the station. I'll see the casino eventually.
You know what would help? Signage. You know, where every town and village usually has.
Yeah. I had a feeling it was somewhere around there. You did? How come? One of the family folks was guiding the way north when we passed the station. I thought there might be something dodgy up there, but I couldn't get past to see for myself. Well, you might be alright this time. Those folks move around from post to post pretty often. Good to know. Yeah, it really doesn't sound like the best security plan, does it?
No, it's a perfectly sensible plan when you're unlimited, number of people.
Go and see for yourself. There's a good chance you'll be able to pass now.
Becky! These are our guests. I'm sure they have better things to do than listen to you blather at them. No need to worry, madam. Becky was just giving us directions to our next destination. Oh, is that so? Well, as long as she's being helpful. Yes, helpful in indirect ways.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I do like her as a character. It's like that.
Yeah, she's good.
It's like, I do like Sass.
Right. Just curious, I'm going to check the puzzle shop, see if there's anything left over. Any puzzles yet?
Watch out, Professor! There's a bee over there!
A bee?
No, not the
Now,
bees.
I'm sure he won't hurt us, as long as we don't bother him.
That's bees. What you don't know is that he's secretly a wasp.
If you say so.
It's like, bees are chill and friendly.
Most of the time.
Nice.
You know, I've never seen a bee quite like this. Can you try talking to him, Luke?
Hello, bees. I want some
Suppose I
honey.
could try.
That's as good as a
Well,
one
look at
reference
Mr.
as you don't
Tora.
get.
He really knows a
bee of distinction when he sees one.
Wow. You're not like any bee I've ever met.
Isn't that what I just said? Well, it's true. I'm no run-of-the-hive bee, but I do try to blend in.
I think he's my favorite character so far.
Talk.
Sure, whatever you say, smart guy. But listen, I've got something you should hear. You know those puzzles you don't get around to solving? Well, then all come hang out with me. You see, I have what you might call one of them magnetic personalities.
Wait. Are you saying you've got the same job as Granny Riddleton?
Granny who? I don't know no grannies. But my name is Beasley. I'm gonna tell you how to peruse those puzzles now. So listen good.
Huh. I'm all ears.
Tap that flower over there to see a list of all
I'm surprised
the
that
puzzles I've
this
got.
one gets
It's as
unique
simple as
quality
that.
of being voiced.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
I have all the other dialogues.
Some
This
of the
one.
puzzles you left behind, come
so we
here.
got one character left who
Did
should
that all
voice.
make sense? 'Cause
I
people
vote for
tell
the
me
D.
I do tend to drone
But yeah,
on.
that makes sense.
Get it? Drone?
It makes perfect sense.
All right then. You have fun with those puzzles, and I'll be here if you need me.
But thanks for Professor Layton knowing already way more about bees than the bee movie.
Leaving too many unsolved puzzles lying around can come back to sting you.
Don't just stand there with your
Wait.
mouth hanging open. Tap that flower and get solving.
You voiced the second line, not the first one. What's that all about? Oh, we haven't found any. Okay, good.
Yay.
I just wanted to come in for that dialogue.
Fair.
It's like, hey, we need to interact with the bee. The bee is important.
Not the bees.
He's important to me, damn it. Oh, what's that? Yoink. Bird!
Bad. Look at... Wait, is this voiced?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, sorry, you go on.
Okay, it's not voiced, right?
No, that was just you then.
Okay. Look at the bird in the sky over there, Professor. What a beautiful color it is.
That's an ordinary bird, Luke. It's a parrot. How do you suppose it got here?
Let's ask him. Hey, Mr. Parrot. Where did you come from?
Oh, I think you may have been a bit too eager there, my boy. You scared him off.
Ah, I was just trying to be friendly.
I'm sure we will see him again.
Deal 6. Deal 6. Look, the fellow who's standing guard over there is gone.
It seems Becky's guess was spot on. Let's keep moving north.
Yeah, well, that makes things easier. Off we go. Ooh, cutscene. This is a special treat.
Oh yeah, Jake does appear, doesn't she?
Huh?
Oh, no, wait, that's not... Oh, right.
That's not Flora. That's someone
Yeah.
else. Immediately see a woman. That must be Flora.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think I made the exact mistake on my playthrough as well. It's like,
Huh? Professor?
Oh, it's just beautiful, Herschel.
oh, do you really like it?
I don't just like it. I love it. Thank you so much.
Picking out the right gift.
Oh, thank God, he's wearing a hat.
yeah, it's
I've
like,
been very cursed.
Be a puzzle. Has an answer. Isn't that what you always say?
It's a modest-sized pocket watch. Now, where do I get one that big?
maybe it's Switzerland.
I've been thinking,
Go on.
if I were to get the teaching job, then we... Well... ahem.
I'm listening, Herschel.
Oh, I'll tell you later.
He has a
Come
way
on
with
now.
words, goddammit.
Tell me more about these plans of yours.
No, it was nothing. Now let's eat before our food gets cold.
Hey, you can't just change the subject.
I can
What
and
are
I
you
will.
talking about? I did nothing of the sort.
You most certainly did.
A past life, maybe?
Professor? Is something the matter, Professor? You look dazed.
I'm fine, Luke. I thought I saw... No, my eyes must have been playing tricks on me.
Does it have to do something with the lady who just walked past?
It's probably nothing. She just reminded me of someone I knew a long time ago. Anyway.
You're going to dive into your backstory if you want it or not.
You know, it took game 3 to finally delve into this stuff.
It's not hinted at all in the previous games, right?
No, not really. It hasn't been explored that much. A little bit with Pandora's Box with the old man. We just met him, but I just blanked out on his name. God damn it. Schrader, yeah. Well, we got a little bit, like, you know, that Layton was an understudy to him, but that's it. We haven't gotten anything else out of him besides him being an archaeologist. And just where do you two think you're going? On our way to meet someone at the Gilded Seven Casino. I see. Going to the casino to meet someone, are you? Interesting. Very interesting.
Professor, I think this man is trying to intimidate us.
Well, his hat isn't doing a good job at that. Look at it, it's sunken in. Stop that whispering, boy. I'm right here, you know.
Oops, sorry, mister.
Well, since you apologize, I suppose I can overlook your rudeness this time. I'm sorry to impose, sir, but would you be so kind as to let us pass? It's getting rather late. But of course, my good man. As soon as you solve this puzzle of mine, that is. Ugh. Alright, here we go. Oh, okay, it's one of these. These 3 shapes were created by moving and rotating a mirror over a capital letter. Can you work out which letter it was? Okay. Give me a minute.
I looked this one up.
No, I can do this. I can do this. There's a capital letter and they have angles and curves, which actually does simplify some elements. Well, let's see. It depends, like, are these upside down or not? That's the question. Oh, it's... Right, sometimes I get it immediately, other times I do need a minute. These are devious, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Moving and rotating a mirror over a capital letter. Ah, they're offset as well, which makes things harder. Problem is, I'm trying to picture it with just half of the image to make it simpler, but it doesn't at the same time.
Thinking P and R, something like that, because it would have like the straight line and the kind of corners, but then you have also a bit of the rounding, but I'm not sure.
I think one is an R. You might be right about that, but it might be a P at the same time. 2... no, it's not the right shape for an R. It's missing some elements. Where's 3? That curvature really doesn't help. Thing is, it could be mirrored the other side too as well. That's the thing, and that makes things even harder. Nah, this one's fair to have a hint for this one. So go ahead. What is it?
The first hint?
Just the answer. This would take too long to really suss out correctly.
It's a P.
Wait. Oh,
Or is this all are the same?
All of these are... Oh, sorry. They set it up to make it look like it's 3 input answers. But if it's just a... Yeah, of course it's a P. Of course it would be. Not many shapes have this particular curvature to it, really.
I've got a
So
good
it's P
feeling
for
about this.
Professor.
Okay, if I was looking for just one letter, I probably would have been able to suss that out correctly. Yeah, I'm looking for like 3 letters here. That was the problem. Like, is that one an M? An A?
Nobody knows.
Well done. You've proven yourself worthy, so I will provide you with a cryptic but valuable warning. Danger lurks about that hat of yours. You best watch yourself around here. Why is everyone so fixated on my hat? Do you know someone else with a hat like mine? If I told you, it would kill all the suspense, wouldn't it? I'll leave you that little mystery for you. Rude.
Fine, I see how it is.
Yeah.
Hang on, sorry. I smudged my glasses. How dare I?
That's the best.
I think sometimes I try to like, right. Whenever I try to be in character, I sometimes do some arm movements, whatever. It just helps feel in the motion, whatever, and sometimes I get carried away.
It's a good technique, yeah. Wow, now that's a casino.
I think it's safe to say that we found the Gilded Seven.
I can't wait to see what it looks like up close.
This is up close. What are you on about?
I probably meant from the inside. Professor, look over here. I think you stumbled across a hidden puzzle.
It was really deep in the water, but I got it. Okay. One of the 5 people shown below has a very unique nickname, Mr. 820. A rather odd moniker, I'm sure you'll agree, though apparently everybody who sees this person thinks it's just perfect. Well then, who is Mr. 820?
A has 8 and kind of like a 2.
D also has similar number monikers going on though, that's the thing. They all got elements of time associated with them. So what makes it the most obvious? Oh, it's B. His hairline, it shows the Roman numerals.
Yeah.
So it's just got to be immediate, just bam, immediately. You look at them and you think of it straight away.
Here's my answer.
Oh, what? Oh, come on! That one felt the most right.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll have to think simpler. Man, this is evil. The hair with the Roman numerals stuck out like a sore thumb.
Yeah,
look at it, it's asking for trouble.
That actually was a very good point.
Although, no, hang on.
Because Romans didn't have a letter for 0.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And also, the 8 is the wrong way around. That's actually counting downwards, not up for 8. The Roman numeral should be the other way around. Oh, E. It's his mustache. Right? The hands are pointing towards 8 and 20. Right? No.
No. I kind of feel like it's A because like it's in order for the D, for example, you have a 280 instead of 820.
No, it's got to be E. His mustache is pointing like a clock, isn't it? The hour, minute hands.
Nowhere near 8.
Hang on, I've got to hang on.
Oh, yeah. No, it's actually 8 plants.
Sorry, it's like I've got a mechanical clock right in front of me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's E. Mr. 820. He's the most clock-like of the bunch, isn't he?
Yeah.
Here's my answer.
There we go.
That was a good catch.
There's a lot of good red herrings on this one, though. I'm gonna give him that.
Yeah, but this is like, what do you want from me? It's like...
No, it's like this one was the most valid. Like, the one with the Roman numerals definitely caught me off guard. Because I was looking for something a bit more harder. But no, this one makes sense just for naming wise. Mr. 820. His face looks like a clock.
Yeah, but this is like, I hate when puzzles have so many red herrings that you don't even know what they want from you anymore.
Well, you gotta differentiate the standards of the red herrings, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, I like that one, though.
That was a good software.
Alright, let's see. Where is the hint coins? There's one.
I mean, you're in a casino, there should be a lot of coins in
There's one
I'm
there.
betting all my hint coins on red.
Come on, 23. Red 23.
Good evening, sir. May I see your membership card, please?
Membership card?
The Gilded Seven Casino is a haven where society's finest ladies and gentlemen can gather. We check membership cards upon entry to ensure that the several types are kept out.
That is certainly the first I've heard of such a policy. I don't suppose you'd be willing to make an exception for us.
Well, your head does show you be a man of impeccable taste. Now we just need to test your intelligence. If you can solve this puzzle, I'll let you in with other cup. Just once, mind.
I would have thought at this point they would have done the whole usual puzzle blockade of like solving X amount of puzzles, like 20 around here. But okay, whatever.
This prayer seems awfully focused in your head as well.
This whole bloody city is so focused on this hat. Naturally.
Layton created this city test to people pay attention to his head.
Is there any greater proof of one's gentlemanly nature than a fine top hat? I mean, I do want one. Not gonna argue.
He's working the hat, so
yeah, I still need to go to a hat shop. I want a good hat. I just don't know what type it is, but I need to go to a hat shop at some point. Here's a painting of two players in fierce competition over a game of cards. At first glance, nothing seems strange, but occasionally people remark, if they're really in fierce competition, isn't this part of the painting strange? Circle the part of the painting that people would find strange, then submit. Okay, what is out of place?
I think I also got strong. I think my first instinct was like, oh, it's the sweets because the stakes are low, but it wasn't that.
It's gotta be simpler than that.
Is it the cards on the table already? Because that's not how you play poker, but
no, it depends on. It's just a card game they're playing. That's not the part that sticks out or is off. So what is off? First glance, nothing seems strange, but occasionally people remark, if they're really in fierce competition, isn't this part of the painting strange? Well, I would say the guy overlooking the person's shoulder, I suppose? But I don't know.
oh, that's the lamp. I was just like, what's actually the thing on top of the hat?
Yeah, it's just a lamp. It is an unusual looking lamp. It is sticking out. I mean, besides that, I don't see anything out of place. Maybe they're playing a game of Uno?
With the one card set.
You could definitely play Uno with this card set.
Yeah, but is it Uno with Odd Plus for us?
Yeah, you just have to simplify it. I don't really know what's out of place. I'm not seeing it. It's like, are we looking at the right ballpark here?
Oh,
That's really obvious, isn't it?
no, it's so stupidly hard to get. It's the way that the person in the orange hat is holding his cards.
But it looks fine to me. What makes it wrong?
Let's see if I've got this right.
Alright, let me see what is wrong. I'm assuming it's got something related to the guy peeking over, right?
No.
Oh, come on. That's right, cards usually have their number displayed in the top left bottom. No matter how badly he wants to... No, that's not how cards work at all!
It's like, you usually have it on, and you have it in the button as well.
It's like, no, this part doesn't matter. Most people... The cards are... I'm pretty sure most cards have, like, the numbers and the symbols on all corners, right?
I mean, you have it on one on the bottom and one on the top.
Either way,
you
this...
see it on it as well.
It's like, this is just personal preference. Like, there's nothing wrong here at all, for fuck's sake. What if he just literally picked up a hand and he's going to reorganize it in a second?
Yeah.
Right, that one is kind of bullshit. Like, no, that one's... Sometimes there are some crap puzzles that are going to happen at some point.
Yeah. Expertly solved, sir. You certainly aren't the right to interact. Exclusive facilities. Welcome to the Gilded Seven.
Right, I just had a thought. You know what would make that puzzle a bit more solvable to a degree is if, you know, you're seeing one of the players with their hand showing the cards. So can you show it more clearly of the orientation he's holding it in the correct way? That's your only good reference to base upon for the incorrect hand from the other player. If you'd noticed that, then you can go ahead and that'd be valid. But since we don't have that, what if someone hasn't? Yeah. What if also you have to factor in maybe this person's never actually held playing cards? Stupid as that might sound, that is a possibility. What if you don't have playing cards at hand right now? You know?
Yeah, and I also like depends on also how playing cards are. I know
On the region, yeah.
That one like the German Austrian ones.
A completely different design.
You just look at you can just look at the picture because that tells you what it is also.
Yeah, depending on the region, playing cards can be completely different. Anyway.
Just look at these fountains and this floor. The owner must be filthy rich.
Nah, it's all in the tiling. Saves time on cleaning. I know you're excited, Luke, but do try to keep your voice down.
Sorry, Professor. This place is just so impressive.
Pretty sure casinos are generally quite noisy in general. They're like conventions.
Yeah. Because there's talking everywhere.
And machines.
Yeah.
I understand the feeling. It's also quite large. Finding your future self in here may prove difficult. Actually, it was super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
So you're...
He's the future me?
It's good to finally meet you, Professor.
He certainly looks the
Or
part.
rather, I suppose I should say it's nice to see you again.
Although, his art style screams Pokemon trainer.
And everything, the entire universe is destroyed because time paradox.
Hi, Professor. Oh, you're talking to him.
I mean, me. You're both me.
This is going to take some getting used to.
I can't believe how small I used to be.
You're not that much taller right now.
To be fair, they probably do tweak the height a little bit just for the cutscene's sake.
So tell me, why exactly did you go through such pains to bring us here?
I'll be happy to tell you in just a moment. But before that, I'd just like to verify that I'm dealing with the real Professor Layton here.
Alright.
Who else would I be?
I don't know. A lot of people have been concerned about that top hat.
Allow me to explain. In my London, it's rare to find someone who doesn't know the name Herschel Layton. In fact, many imposters have come forth recently claiming to be him.
Are you saying you think the Professor is a fraud?
Very good one of that.
That's a first sight.
If you think back on our adventures together, you may recall a man named Don Paolo.
Yeah, but he hasn't pulled a stunt like that in a while.
No, he was a master of disguise.
He did manage to.
He was very good at it though. Like he could disguise himself like a 12 to 14-year-old girl. Like how did you shrink yourself that much?
The man before me now isn't Don Paolo in another of his costumes.
Now that's just rubbish, and you know it.
Is it now? He's tricked us before. Who's to say he couldn't do it again?
Very well.
Because you're
Play along.
Don Pablo.
How do you suppose I prove my identity?
It's quite simple, really. Professor, I challenge you to a battle of wits.
Oh, this is gonna end very well.
He is a Pokemon trainer. He immediately challenged somebody.
Alright. What exactly do you have in mind? I mean, logically, you should voice him.
Yeah.
You just sound like yourself. That'll do.
Oh no, can I do it? As a cautious man, I'm sure you have questions about my identity as well. I therefore suggest that we each prove our identity to each other's satisfaction. To this end, I propose that we demonstrate the power of our respective intellects. I prepared a puzzle that can only be solved by someone as insightful as Professor Layton. Should you find the solution, I will give you the chance to present me with a similar challenge. If I am who I say I am, I should have no trouble solving whatever you throw my way, shouldn't I? Let's get started. Before us are 4 cards arranged according to the following set of conditions.
Alright.
First, a heart is next to a diamond. Second, a club is not next to a spade. Finally, a heart is directly to the right of a club. Using just these three conditions, I challenge you to find the spade amongst these 4 cards.
Alright, let me, I can do this. Right, a heart is next to a diamond. A club is not next to a spade. A heart is directly to the right of a club. Okay. But I can't see the cards. That's the problem, though.
Yeah.
Let me see. Club is not next. Right, the only information we have is a heart is directly to the right of a club, so the card has to be from the right side. It's impossible for the card to be on the left. Let me just use Memo to X that out, so it can't be that one. So, heart is directly to the right of a club, and the club is not next to a spade, which means... Hang on a minute. So that must mean the spade must be this one, whatever spade symbol is. Because club is not next to a spade. Heart is next to a diamond, so...
I think you got it wrong with the spade now.
Yeah. Let me redo that. Heart is next to a diamond. Club is not next to a spade. Why is the sorry, I tried to write down the notes, whatever. The notepad thing is blocking out half a card. Heart is directly to the right of a club. Heart has to be on the right. It's impossible for it to be on the left, so let me do that. Good enough. And just write.
It's like my logic right now is that okay, we just place the club to the left, to the heart, the second one. Then the diamond is the third, and the spade would be the fourth.
So
I'm not sure if there's another solution for that.
The spade should be on the far right.
Yeah.
I think I was able to logic this before. Oh, thank God. I was pretty sure I did, like, past me did do this entire test legit. I'm positive.
Yeah. Yes, that is indeed the location of the spade. Impressive, Professor.
That's a difficult puzzle to do, though. But it is solvable, we just need time. Thank you. Now, if I may present you with a puzzle of my own design?
Nothing would please me more.
This will be good. Good. I appreciate the idea behind your puzzle, so if you don't mind, I'd like to do something similar. Here are the conditions for my 4 cards. A club lies directly to the right of a heart. A diamond is on the far left or far right and has a heart next to it. Finally, a club is also the far left or far right card. Able to find the spade using these conditions? Okay. Positive I know the answer to this one.
So, the club...
You finding an issue with these rules?
I know I played up until this point.
You couldn't solve... Would you able to solve this, or...?
I think because it contradicts itself already, because like the club has to be on the far right, because that's the last condition, because it can't be to the left, because it's side of a heart.
But there's a problem.
Yeah, the diamond is to the left, and the heart, which should be in the third position, should also be in the second one.
Well, the answer is that this is an impossible question. It cannot be solved, so we don't put in any inputs, which you may have noticed that you could just press continue without any inputs.
Yeah.
It is an impossible answer.
Yeah, because it contradicts itself. Which, and also, like, the other one was also multiple solutions.
Yeah, but, like, I do like this one, and I was quite proud of myself realizing that, wait a minute, this is an impossible answer.
Yeah. You almost hit me there, Professor. But as you know, this puzzle is flawed. It's unsolvable.
Is that so?
Yes, I tried several solutions, but none work, given the conditions you set forth.
Oh, really? Tell me, did I ever state that the 4 cards on the table included 1 card from each suit?
So the answer is this, no spade.
That's true, you didn't establish that. Precisely. This was a trick question, but it makes a pertinent point. In the puzzle you issued me, you failed to specify that the 4 cards included 1 from each suit, which is fair, true, we didn't, we just assumed. Leaving in a loophole like that can make the puzzle unsolvable. The same omission can also open the door to alternate solutions. You intentionally presented me with a puzzle that, when examined closely, is actually incomplete. That was the real test you set out for me, was it not? To see if I would spot the loophole? And then Future looks like, shit, I didn't think of that. Shit.
I'm glad to see that I've finally convinced you.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was convinced from the beginning.
Reminds me of when I unintentionally found an alternate answer to your puzzle in the D&D session. I was quite proud of myself for that.
Yeah, that was good. But, you know, I didn't prove it. It's like, yeah, it's solvable. Good enough for me. But no.
In fact, I found an alternate way.
But I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to pit myself against my mentor in a battle of wits.
I'm flattered, I suppose.
What do you mean, you suppose?
So? Out with it! Why did you call us here?
Oh, they stopped. Okay.
There are too many eyes on us in here. There's a storage room in the back where we can talk. Follow me.
That puzzle's not... For fuck's sake, that mystery's not
it's
solved. Stop solving these early.
Oh.
Oh, a bit of a dingy back room, that's for sure. A hint coins ahoy.
You haven't changed Professor, have you?
I can't help it. Once you start, you never stop. I think that's it. Okay.
Professor Layton, look, welcome to the London of the future.
What, this dingy back room?
Still not convinced? You saw Dr. Schroeder, didn't you? Must have noticed that all the time is taken on your mentor.
Yes, we saw him.
And out of Fair London, you've walked around enough now to see how she's changed. Could you imagine there being a casino in the sleepy part of town back in your time?
Yes. I'm pretty sure there are probably some form of casino or gambling ring in London.
Yeah, everything's changed. What happened to the city? A genius appeared. An evil genius who turned the city on its head. Oh, I know where this is going. Don Pablo took over the city, didn't he? Don Pablo, oh no. I'm talking about the truly brilliant man. Someone the three of us all know quite well. Well, if it's not Don Pablo, then who is it?
Are you saying Pablo or Paolo?
I think Pablo, yeah, Pablo, sorry.
Paolo.
Where did Pablo, where did I pick this up?
D&D.
Yeah, Pablo.
No, it was one of the NPC characters with the Oreo.
Fuck, yeah, it was the one from Oro, the one we rescued, right?
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Yeah, that's it. Pablo. What did you think, Professor?
I really couldn't say.
Really? Who is it? I just got to know. His name is Herschel Layton. The evil genius is you, Professor.
You went mad with your puzzles, sir.
What?
I was afraid you'd say that.
That can't possibly be right.
It's like, Layton's not too surprised about this. Is like, no, under the right conditions, I probably would turn out this way.
Yeah, it's like, who else could it be, especially after us three knowing where we were aligned. They call him the devil in the top hat, and he rules London from the shadows. It's common knowledge for people in this part of London.
How did he manage to get in such a position? Well, he figured out the puzzle to politics. Jesus, just blazing through these mysteries.
Yeah. It actually works out. It's like, yeah, the major demographics that you need to appeal to. Figure out a statement that appeals all of them, and then you just did it.
No ink coins needed here. Tell me more, Luke.
What? I don't know any more than you do, Professor.
No, I meant the other Luke. Goodness, this is getting rather complicated, isn't it? Tell me, Luke, how did I rise to rule over all of London?
Where to begin? Here, Professor. Surely remember this. Of course, this is an article about that accident that happened just the other day. Haha. Yes, to you, I suppose it was a recent event. But here it's been a full 10 years since that fateful day. Whoa. Look, you know it's been 10 days. It was the start of a dark period for London. With the Prime Minister missing, Parliament was in utter chaos, you see.
Wait a minute, I think I'm already predicting where this is going.
Yes. This is good. It's like, wait, this is old Luke and New York, but future Luke has future Luke.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone in Parliament is in a state of panic. In our time, I mean. Professor, you witnessed with your own eyes that accident that changed London forever. The time machine presentation was a complete failure.
Yes, both the Prime Minister and that scientist.
You mean Dr. Stungun?
Sorry, I can't take over his name, Dr. Stungun. Yes, that's right. Several people disappeared in the blast, including those two. It seems likely that they were killed by the force of the explosion.
Didn't the paper say that a few of Dr. Stungun's assistants had also vanished in the blast? That's the story in the press. What would you say if I told you Stungun was still alive? I would say it's impossible. Then you would be wrong. Dr. Stungun escaped the blast, but went into hiding to avoid the potential after the experiment.
Reprisals. The man was responsible for the loss of our national leader, after all.
Desperate for a place to lie low, the doctor was given shelter by an unlikely person. You, Professor.
Yeah? Me? Why would I aid the man responsible for this pandemonium?
There's something I never understood.
A sinister Layton. Didn't know I needed one of those.
Yeah, but honestly, I kinda like this.
It's a great concept.
Yeah, it's like, mention him as, Moriarty. Which he is at this point, right? In the months that followed the explosion, you slowly grew distant from me. You began courtesing with figures from the criminal underworld. The professor never! Don't be so sure. Time is a way of changing people, Luke.
Damn, that's true.
It was clear that something about Duncan's research captivated you, Professor. You couldn't stop talking about time travel. You seemed obsessed with the idea of changing the past.
Changing the past?
Dr. Stangan was very interested in continuing his research, but he needed financial backing to do it. So you used his super intellect to assume control of London's underworld.
Assume direct control.
This hurts you. No. Of course there were those who tried to stop you, but none were a match for you, Professor. Before long, you were ranking in cash from all sorts of dodgy businesses. With all the funding he needed, it wasn't long before Stankan completed his time machine.
Time machine? You mean...
That's right. The time machine in the clock shop on Midland Road.
What's it doing there?
I suppose completed is the wrong word, as the machine is far from complete.
How so?
It doesn't allow the user to select a destination. You can select neither the place nor the time you wish to travel to.
Oh, so it's a point A to B.
In fact, it would be more accurate to describe it as sort of a tunnel between two periods in time. A wormhole? Precisely, and pursue a chance. This wormhole opened in the clock shop and crosses the 10 years between our two times.
Thankfully, it doesn't crush anything in between.
This gives us the ability to move back and forth between your present and mine.
So, you use the wormhole to get the message to us, and to bring us here. One thing is bothering me, though. This wormhole is obviously very important to my future self. Surely the Layton of this era must keep a close eye on it. How did you gain access?
I'll get to that, but right now this is my pressing business I'd like to attend to.
I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about that.
Oh.
Go on then. Tell us why you called us here.
Always one step ahead of me. Huh? You haven't lost the touch, Professor. I wish to enlist in your help in stopping Marshal Layton.
You want me to stop myself?
Even as we speak, the other Layton is working to build a fully operational time machine. He's been taking back into your time to gather every bright scientist working in time travel. But why bother going to the past to find scientists? There must be plenty here in this era. Actually, many of the experts in the field were lost, and Stangan's presentation went our way. Layton had no choice but to travel back to the time before the blast, in order to get the talent.
Kind of makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah.
After a stunt like that, anyone who's been looking into time travel would probably try to bury that shit and not be associated with it.
Yeah, also, people probably also would be there and be part of the ones that, get caught up in the...
Yeah, they would just
slogan.
disassociate anything revolving around that and look
Yeah.
into different fields.
Things are rather bad. Very bad. But if Layton manages to build a fully functional time machine, who knows what could happen? Someone has to stop him from completing his scheme. But the only person who might succeed is...
Me. That is what you're going to say, is it not?
Exactly, we have to fight fire with fire. No one else stands a chance against him.
But how? I'm not familiar with this future London. I wouldn't even know where to start looking.
That's one obstacle we'll have to overcome together. Layton's actions are shrouded in secrecy. Space of operation, however, is well known. We can start a search for him there. You mean this casino isn't the future professor's headquarters?
No, he's not Biff Tannen.
No, this establishment is just one of the many ways he makes money. His headquarters are in the heart of Chinatown.
London has a Chinatown?
It does, yeah. What's
Sorry.
that?
No, it's just like I associate Chinatown with something like New York, not something that London has. I don't think that at all by default. Well, let's visit the place and see if we can learn anything more. I must admit, Luke, there is still quite a bit about this situation that I find dubious. However, I see that the only way to get to the bottom of this is to go and find this man claiming to be me.
I thought you said that, Professor. Don't forget me, I'm coming too. Of course you are. If I can't count on myself for help, who can I count on? Thinking about what you just said makes me feel kind of dizzy. Well, I hope we get used to it soon. I'm going to need your help in stopping the evil Layton too. Oh yes, there's one more interesting fact I should mention, Professor.
Yes?
There's no record of a scientist matching Dr. Stan's names and description. It's a false name.
I kind of guessed that with a name like that. Is that so?
Whoever he was, he took pains to hide his... He took pains? Is it just put great effort into something?
It's just, yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay, that looks
After all we went through with hurt in encoded.
No, the hurt is not gone. He took pains to hide his real identity from the people at the presentation.
Now that you mention it, you the guest seem to know the man. What would motivate Stangun to use a false name? What was he planning?
Another interesting question we may hope to answer along the way.
It just doesn't make any sense.
What are you thinking, Professor? We can talk more on the way. For now, should head back to Gladstone Street.
Okay, I was worried.
Oh god.
Just all the mysteries. Fucking. Oh, Jesus. I just went like blazed through half of them in one chapter, by the way.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think that's probably a good point to stop.
Yeah, that was a bit of an info dump there.
Yeah.
Let's just make that save. Oh, we're already 3 hours in. Where'd the time go? Right, let me just make a save
10 years to the future.
Alright, smartass. Alright, that'll do for a stream. There we go. There's the thumbnail preview. Right, so check back on Wednesday for more Professor Layton. So yeah, till then, bye all.